everyone, it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or back to my channel. What do I have going on for you on my desk here? Well, I'm doing something a little bit different. I have been following some of the creators. I need to actually go back and binge watch all of them, but there was a collaboration that was put on by Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft, and they got a bunch of different creators together and gave them prompts, and then they did a collaboration of what their prompt was for that day. Now, Mandy actually provided some free papers. This was some of them, but she also offered a kit. Not that this kit had to be used in everything. You can just use regular scrapbook paper. You didn't have to use anything from the creators. You could just use what you had on hand. But I really loved this. It's called Simple Poppies. And I decided to use her kit to make my project. So it's called Last Days of Summer Out with a Bang. And I'm going to insert the little flyer that I took a snapshot of so you could see what I'm talking about. And this is through the month of July. I'm sorry, the month of August. July is gone. Anyway, I've actually followed Anna from Pink Monarch Prints. I followed her design, but using Mandy's paper. That makes sense. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's just some of the papers. This kit was absolutely gorgeous. I will go ahead and put all of these links in the description to Sunflowers and Doors, which is on Etsy, Julie's Papercraft, which is on Etsy, and then Anna from Pink Monarch Prints. And I will put all of their videos in the description box, and then from those links, their shops will be linked in their video. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you can go from there if you want any of these. This kit was absolutely gorgeous. It was huge. I think Julie did gladiolas, and I haven't been over really to check out the full kit, but I really loved this. I never used to be a flower person, but for some reason I'm starting to get into flowers and stuff, and this was just the perfect color combination for me. Oh, so pretty. I'm not a big grunge person, but this was just enough that, I don't know, just stunning. Anyway, so I'm going to use this as my base, and this did not come in the kit, but I had printed these papers for something. Then I forgot what I printed them for. And I'm like, I need to use these papers up. So I thought they went well enough. Could be a little bit better, but I thought they went well enough. Like this would have been the perfect one for the background, but that's okay. I'm going to use this, and that's going to be my little folio thing that we're going to do. And then, like I said, this kit was huge. This is only scratching a few pages of what came in the kit, plus the freebies that she gave out. Crazy. It's beautiful. And so I'm going to be using these tags. And then I printed this that came in the kit for the backgrounds. These tags and pockets, wasn't sure if I was going to use them, but I want to have them on hand. And then these tags, these pockets, I think are super cool, and that's going to be the basis of my measurements. And then this was like a washi tape, and I thought I might try this on vellum, so then that way you can see through. I've never printed on vellum, but I've seen people do it, and I want to try it. But for now, I just did it on the paper. Okay, so I did not need to back this because this is going to be a pocket. You are not going to see it. And I did not need to back the paper, washi paper. All right, so let's get started here. So what I have decided is this is going to get folded in like a folio, and I need to make the inside as big as or wide as my flower or my envelopes here. So this is, let's see, about 3 1/4. So I need to at least make the center of it, you know, 3 5/8 it looks like, to accommodate that pocket. But I also want it to fold in as well. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I know I want, so if I'm doing, let's see, if I'm doing 3, I'm going to make these numbers simple for myself. I'm going to do 3 3/4, which means my sides are going to have to fold in. You know what might even be easier and better is if I cut these out first and lay them in there, and then I can see where I need to do the fold. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So one thing I like to do before I start doing all the cutting is I like to get my scoring done before I start cutting into my paper. I thinks it makes it much easier. Methinks it makes it much easier, because then I have, you know, edges that I can butt things up to. And I sort of just kind of feel, you know, around, and I might have to move, but I sort of feel where that, you know, where that score is going to be, because they don't always line up exactly. That one's, let me come over just a little bit. Yeah, and then I cut them out, and it just seems to make it much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of them and move that back just a little bit, because I don't want to be right on that score line. I want to be on this side of it, because I don't want to see that dark score line, because everything's going to be inked anyway. And then that's below it. That's good. And if this is lined up, I should be able to go straight across. Yep, all lined up. Okay, then I cut, then I do my folds. Okay, so I have this pocket all cut out. Now you might hear some background noise. I live right by a pretty busy road, and it's just, I'm a little warm, and it's just too hot for me to not have that window open. So gotta have that window open. Okay, so now I know that I want this to be at least this size, and then these are gonna have to fold in. So let's see. I'm gonna save my brain. So 3, 1.5. Let's see, 1.5. It should be 1 1/4, something like that. I'm gonna figure that out later. But one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna trim my edges, because, and I'm gonna trim from this side because it's shorter, because I always end up not doing that, and then I have white at the bottom, and I don't want that. Okay, and one more. Okay, so let's see. I need to find a middle. I just need to find the middle, which is right here. Because that way I know. Now, another thing I wanted to consider is I want this, when this paper folds over, I want this to be the first thing, you know, on this side, and then I'm going to lose a little bit of this, but that's okay, because because I have to cut it a little bit shorter in order to make the fold. So let me see. I'm going to go ahead and start right about there. Actually, I'm going to just see if I can't fold that to the middle and see. My brain's not working today to do measurements, so yeah, can't expect much from me today on measurements, but we're going to get close. because the idea is once this pocket is in there, this is going to close over each side. So let's see, I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it over and get it close. Okay, so this is gonna end up, let's see, I'm gonna make a little tick mark just inside where I can see that coming together. Actually, I think it might be a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, where did that end up? Right here. All right, I'm gonna trim that down. Why do I keep losing it? Right here. I have got to change my blade. Okay, and that can be even just a little bit more. Yeah, it's getting where it's starting to make it kind of shredded at the... Perfect. Okay, that's great. That's close enough. Close enough. All right, so the idea is this is going to close. Like this. And then this is going to fit in the middle. Yeah, it's going to be great. And then there's going to be some smaller pockets on the side. Now, do I want it this tall? I don't think I want it this tall because eventually I want to be able to put this in the journal that I'm making, or it could be put on the top for part of the cover. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get some inking done. Okay, I have done the inking and I did trim this down, and the way I determined that was I put my pocket in and then I wanted to see how far would my tag go. So that's how I determined that. So that came out pretty cool. Another thing I do is a lot of times these pockets have like wide edges and I cut mine down. Now I know a lot of people glue them in. They don't glue these down and they glue them in to make like more room in the pocket, but I don't like mine like that. Like, I'm not looking to stuff several things in this pocket. I just want to put maybe a couple tags. So what I do is I just glue these down first, and the reason I cut them is because sometimes it impedes the tag going in if there's too much bulk in there. I know it's probably not the way everybody does it, but it's the way I do it. It's the way I like it. So it's mine and I can do it the way I want. Okay, so I'm going to snip that little edge off and then go ahead and glue these down. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue this right in, centering it in the middle so I still can close these. Jeez, hand-eye coordination is not good today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set that in there. Getting it close to perfect, but never perfect, because I don't do perfect. Okay, there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So far, ooh, I gotta wait a little bit longer. Patience, patience. Patience, Frodo, patience. Okay. And then my tag will go right down in here, and that's great. Okay, so now what do I want to put on the side? So there are some little pockets that could go this way, or I could just make a little straight up pocket. I could take one of the extra tags and cut that in half and make another little pocket, or I could just, I don't remember if Anna did pockets here. She might have, or if she just did some embellishments. I think I'm going to make some skinny pockets. What do I got over here? Oh, this might be perfect for that. And I would need to make them almost like 1 3/8. Yeah, 1 3/8. Now let me see. I'm going to want to put some little slats in there. I think I can do this. So if I cut this in half, this is 7.5, so 3 3/4. Oh, I got that measurement right. I guess my measurement brain isn't too bad today. All right, let me get my scoreboard. And I'm going to, let's see, let's just score one side. And a lot of times this is the way I score as well. So I'm scoring at 3/8 around. I like a 3/8 border. Then what I'll do is I know that that center has to be 1 3/8. So I fold this in, and then I just go to 1 3/8. Then I trim off this excess. I could just fold it completely over, but oh, that's really tiny. I think I should have went 1 let's see, 1 3/8. I don't know. I think it should have been 1 7/8. It was really tiny. 1/8, 3. Yeah, it should have been 1 7/8. I measured wrong. No, 1 5/8. Let's try that. And you're gonna have a little mark there, but that's all right. I think, yeah, that works much better. I can always cover that up with something else. So I'm gonna take this and do the same thing. I'm gonna score at 3/8. 3/8 for the bottom. And I'm sure you can figure out the measurements so you don't have to do this, but it's just, this is the way my brain works. And 5/8. 1 2 1 3 5. And I never used to love 8s. Ugh. And 16ths are even worse, but when I started creating, I was determined I was going to learn them. All right, and then all I'm going to do is go ahead and cut off that extra that I don't need after I already have my score line in there. I'm going to do that for this one. Okay. And then just the norm. I'm going to fold that up. Fold that up. This is kind of long. I'm going to miter the corners. Making sure I'm not impeding the edges there. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get those glued and inked up, and then we'll get those in the book. In the folio. Okay, I have the little pockets done, and I'm going to go ahead and get them glued in. I put a little thumb notch in there, and then again, I inked with Vintage Photo. And there's one. And there's two. All right, aren't those cute? So then I just need to come up with a little strip that goes, and that looks about like it's about 1.5 inches, I think I can go. So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't wanna cut up my tags. So I am going to use the actual, oh, wait a minute. That might go in there, but that might be a good strip to put here too, one of the little strips. So let me think about that for a second. And then Anna used a different, like a strip for a closure, which these would actually be really good for. But I think what I want to do, and this is the one I watched Amanda do, and I've been wanting to try this. I've never done it, but she glues these on. So she makes these little circles, puts her eyelets in there, and then she would glue these like this and then put string through there to close it, and then, you know, like make a bow. And I kind of like that, which I'm going to put a few things here, but I just wanted this to be sweet and simple. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So where's my center? Let's see, 1, 2, right about here. But you got to do it this way because it's going to pull towards there. Do I want to ink those edges? Maybe. I do. Yep, I do. So she has a video on that as well in her big book of ephemera. She showed us how to do this, and she has shown it before, and I've been wanting to do it and put it in my big book of ephemera just to remember what it is that, you know, I need to do, but I just forget. But maybe this will help remind me when I actually do it. You know, sometimes we see things, and sometimes I will jump up out of my chair when I see someone do something, and I'll literally come in my room and do it really quick. In fact, this was one of them. I seen her do it. I was sitting in my chair watching TV, and I thought, I have to get up and do that right now and leave them sitting on my desk, or I'm not going to remember to do that. So, yeah. And then, let's see. I'm going to get some string. I just have this big ball of twine. I think you can buy it in the the section. I think it's for tying up like turkey legs or something like that. Like it's used for baking. And I'm going to get these through here. Might be too thick for the holes that I have. Well, let me put a little bit of tape on the end. Okay. That's just not going to work, so I'm going to get my other string. I think this one will work. There we go. I'm just going to leave that long enough to tie. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I do like that. I think I will make these double next time. I'll make them a little bit thicker. But yeah, I like that. That's cute. Maybe I'll add some beads on there. That'd be cute too. All right, so I think I might, what do I want to use this washi tape? And like I said, Anna used something that went across and then she cut it right there, but then she put like a butterfly or some ephemera. So I think I'm gonna look around, see what I have, maybe put a little bit of ephemera and do just a final flip through, and then yeah, we'll be done. But I'm gonna get something in there, and yeah, this is cute. I really like it. So I'll be back. Okay, I have it done, and I think it's so cute. I didn't put a pocket on the back just in case I wanted to glue the whole thing down or glue 3 sides and maybe make that a tuck spot, because I think that'd be cute on top of the journal cover. So what I did was I did my tie, but I added the little poppies across, but I only glued it down, or actually put a propped it up on, oh gosh, what do you even call them? Foam, and kind of propped it up. So let's open this. I love how it turned out. This is so super cute. So another thing that you can do, I did tie some knots in the end, but while you're actually using the little folio and using the things out of it, you can just tuck those to the back, and then that way you can open it and it's not in your way. But I went ahead and did my little side pockets, and then added some little tall skinny tags. I think they're super cute. I used the washi tape paper to kind of go over the top, but then I used some of the washi tape to cover up that seam that I had made. I did it on both sides. Like I said, there was more that came with the kit, so I cut out these little embellishments. I ended up making another pocket. So the pockets that I showed when I started the video, the 2 pockets, I just cut that one down a little bit shorter so I could do 2. Added some tags. This was another little embellishment that I ended up making a tag. And then I took a little bit of the strip that was left here and made a little tab on that one. And then I decided that needed another little tag, which came in the kit that I bought. And then, yeah, isn't it cute? And then just flip that back up over, pull those out, and then, yeah, just tie them back down. Super cute. I love it. And when I get ready to actually make a full poppy journal, which I intend to do and why I wanted the kit, yeah, I'll have this to either go inside in a pocket or on the top. So I hope you found that enjoyable. Go ahead and check out those links and get inspired and make yourself a little folio. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.